A man kindly ferried an ox across a river, but the ox demanded its own fertilizer as a deduction for the boat fare. Desperate, the man could only consider himself unlucky. But as he fetched a bucket of water to clean the boat's hold, the dung transformed into a lump of gold, leaving him stunned. He began chasing the divine ox, but the animal moved incredibly quickly and soon disappeared into a cave. But how could the man pass up this opportunity to strike it rich? If he could obtain the divine ox, he surely would live a life of luxury for the rest of his life, free from the agonizing struggle of day and night. Now, he only regretted his own slowness. After a short rest, the man continued running toward the spot where the divine ox had vanished. When he reached the cave, he discovered the entrance was incredibly narrow. Without further ado, he ducked down and began to wade inside. But despite his efforts, he could barely fit his head through the opening. The man had no choice but to give up. He couldn't understand how such a large ox had gotten inside. He decided to go home and tell his wife, hoping she might be able to offer some advice. When he returned, breathless, his wife saw the gold in his hand. Her eyes lit up, and she practically drooled. However, the man explained that this was just the tip of the iceberg. He then told her everything he had just encountered. After discussing it, they decided to ask his eldest brother for help in digging the cave. The eldest brother, evidently greedy, immediately gathered his tools and prepared to join them in the search for the sacred ox. However, the man's son refused to join them, claiming it was ill-gotten gains. However, their eyes had been blinded by the shock of the situation, and they would not listen to any advice. The three of them, armed with hoes and shovels, arrived at the cave where the ox had disappeared.